Alright, hey guys, Jake here with a brand new video on Trials Evolution, and I'm just going to quickly talk through the beginning. This video is basically me going to be showing you all my extreme track times. They're all zero faulted and platinum times, and I thought I wanted to put them on YouTube because I thought most of them are pretty decent, so I'm just going to talk after each one, or I might talk in between them and say what bits I think I done well, what bits I could have done better. So we're going to start off with the top one, which Truth is out there. I'm second out of my friends' leaderboards and 344 in the world. So we're going to have a look at this. And I thought this was a pretty decent time. I have a lot of competitivity with other people on my friends list, which is great. And I think I got this track fairly well, I can say. Because this ain't one of my favourite tracks out of the extremes. It's a pretty decent track, I do like it. It's quite short, which is good. Because the long tracks like Where the Ninja I'm not that into, because there is a lot of room for error because it's such a long track. But this track pretty decent, it's about 30 seconds long, which ain't too bad. That bit there is probably the fastest I've got there, because if you just hop straight up that bit what I done and land right in the middle and then get a big load of speed up it, you can normally finish the end of the race quite fast. So we've looked at that one and I thought that was pretty decent. Platinum time, okay world rank, so I was happy with that. Out of the pit was alright. Me and Alex, which is Janako's, were getting quite competitive on this, so that was fun. I love doing that with people. And 431 in the world on this ain't too bad. Again, this ain't one of my favourites out of all of them, but I don't think I done that bad. So the start is pretty simple. You just have to get up there. Most people get out quite fast. Normally you can jump straight over that middle rock, but I seem to do better when I hit it. And up here, the hill's pretty simple. You can either jump up that bit there, not up the whole thing, but you can get near the top and then get up it quite quick. But I found the way I done it just as fast. Up here you can actually jump on top of that rock there, but it's very risky because if you think you're going to get a good time, it's quite hard to get. And again, here that bit can get risky, and you don't really want to take risks if you're just trying to get a good time. If you're trying to go for a world record, then that's where you got to take risks. But the skill of most people on this game is phenomenal, so I don't particularly want to try and go for a world record. I think I would be just dead after it because you'd have to spend so much time. So yeah, on that track, decent enough time. Didn't really make that many errors. Well, I didn't really make any errors, just some bits you could have done a bit faster. So overall I thought that's decent time as well. Fishy business. This definitely isn't my favourite out of the lot. We're all very close on time. I mean, you can see me and Dobby XX are pretty bloody close. So I'm going to show my time on this. Again, this track, I didn't really make that many errors, but you can get bits faster than what I did. So I'm just going to come straight for it, jump up the start bit, and you can do that first bit quicker, but I again take the safer route because it's quicker and it's just easier. And it's not quicker, it's just easier. And here, this is a bit I struggled most with on this track, is that part there. You can actually get that part really fast if you get perfect, but for some reason I struggled on that. These bits, I made a lot of mistakes on them whilst trying to get this time, which is a shame. And there, I thought I was going to make a mistake. I didn't think I was going to get up it. And there, that would have slowed down about a second of time, which could have got me in the right place. But I still got alright. I mean, 369 in the world is better than the one I was just on. So I was happy with that. Dark City run was actually quite a bad run. Even though it's 296 in the world, it was fluky, which helped me get a good time, because I'd done something I hadn't done before, but I'd done really bad on it. So I'll go straight on to it. Here we are. And when it loads up, I think it's quite near to the start. I actually do quite bad, but I decide to carry on. I think here, yeah, this part seems right. There, I lost time there, which could have been, and there, see, that's a big mistake. That's not hard to do. So that was a silly mistake. That part there, pretty simple. That's not too hard. These parts, see, I thought if I make a mistake at the start, I still go for it. I just sort of go all out. But here, this jump here where I hit the pole there, I've never done that like that before. I just thought I'd go for it. So that really helped me get a good time. Well, an alright time, considering if I didn't do that, I would have had a terrible time. And I'm not the biggest fan of this track because it is very hard. So I sort of thought I was pretty pleased with that, because if I hadn't got that, I wouldn't have had a great like friends leaderboard time. So I'm happy with that, because then everyone's got to try and beat my time. And there was quite lucky, because if you mess up on that bit, that can cost you a couple of seconds or maybe even a few seconds. So 55 seconds on there, not too bad. I was happy with that. So pretty decent time, 296 in the world. That's decent considering I made some very easy mistakes, or actually very hard mistakes, because you shouldn't make them. And this is probably my favourite time out of all of them on the wreck, because I managed to get the track fairly decent. I was practicing it a lot and I got quite fast on it, and it got me 132 in the world, which I think is pretty good compared to my other times or other world rankings. So this first part, I think I done like most people do. You jump onto the second log, but I actually tapped my tyre on the first one. But this part here, I seem to pick up very fast doing that first bit, which does save you a second or two, because most people roll down it and then go up it, which I think loses time. So that was pretty decent. There I almost had a slip up. There I done alright, and I managed to jump up to that without making a mistake. And here, that's quite a hard part to get on your first try. So I was pleased with that. And again, this part, I made a lot of mistakes there, which is really frustrating to make a mistake at the end of the map. So decent time on that, a short track, and it was a fun track. I enjoyed doing that time actually, and I done it for about half an hour, and it's fun. Now here's the one. Oh, this was frustration heaven, because I hated it. Well, actually, frustration hell. It was just too long. I mean, I don't mind the short tracks because you can perfect every little part, but this track took me a while. I had to really practice on this because, again, you've got so much room for error because it's so long. First parts I get pretty fast. I can do them parts fairly fast because that's the start of the track, and you will play that part more than any other part of the track. So I got them parts down. Again, fairly fast through that. I was lucky on that part not to hit the red barrel. I actually got some really fluky moments in this, because me and Alex, or Janakos, was talking about it, and I was sort of saying to him I'd got 0 faults because I was really happy with it, because I was struggling with it. And there was some parts where we were sort of watching it back together, and I thought, oh my god, how did I not die? But you'll see them. I was really lucky and happy not to fail on them. So far, I'd say I've got a pretty decent time. Haven't really made any errors. Getting through it fairly fast. These parts, not too bad. It's just, when you get to about the halfway or 3/4 through the track sort of waypoint, you sort of think to yourself, and your heart starts beating, you think, I don't want to fail now. I've got this far. So around about these parts, you're still quite confident. You're not too worried as long as you've mastered all the other parts. Again, when you first try and 0 fault this track, it'll take ages. So you just want to keep going for it, and eventually you'll master every part of the track. I mean, these last parts I sort of knew a bit of how to do, but if I didn't, I would have really struggled. Again, there's the first lucky, fluky move, because I nearly flipped it. And here, I did lose a lot of time here. Not loads, but I lost a few seconds, because I got a bit stuck on there. But so this is where my heart starts beating. When I get to this wheel, I'm thinking, I'm about 3/4 through, it's getting worrying. But, so this is where I was really getting nervous. And you can probably tell that because I do take my time a bit with these parts. And here's the first fluky bit. Bang! I headbutted that little board there. I thought that was going to kill me, but it didn't. So I was, very worried there. But, so now my heart is really racing. I'm thinking, I've got to get this done. I don't want to get to this part again. Here, I'm thinking, oh my god. And then straight here, I done this. And I thought I didn't do it. I thought I failed there. And then I saw 0 faults and I was like, thank God. Because that was so hard. So me and Dobby are the only ones out of my friends list to have 0 faulted that. So I was pretty pleased with that. And I was just happy to get it over with. And then we got Inferno 3. Both of these world rankings are pretty similar. Like that was 286. This is 278. So I'm just going to show you this. This is the last track, Inferno 3. I just noticed me and Black Hawk 8 very close. God, 1 rank between us. So that's probably where he found me from, because he said he found me from Trials Evolution. So that's probably where he saw my time. But he's good at this. I'll tell you, everyone pretty much who's done these extreme tracks is really good at the game. Because if you can do an extreme track with 0 faults, I think you're pretty decent. I mean, I've had a fair bit of experience on this because of Trials HD. Both games are pretty similar. So these parts here, again, like Where the Ninja, I've mastered most of the start parts. I actually am really bad at that barrel jump there for some reason, but I managed to get done. I actually had this zero faulted before, but it wasn't a great time, so I came back and done it again because I had some really bad fails before, but I managed to get here. This and Where the Ninja are probably what I'd say the hardest tracks. They're proper tough, so I was just happy to get them with decent times. And this track, when you get to the tyres, that's where it gets me worried, where I'm thinking I'm nervous, I'm going to fail. But I managed to get, and I think all my times are fairly decent. I'm happy to have platinumed all of these tracks because they are tough tracks. That's what they're there for. They're the hardest ones on the game. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave it a like, it really helps me out. If you want to see more Trials Evolution, please comment. And just like the video to show that you want more Trials Evolution and that you like this video. I'm going to try and do some more custom tracks and all that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. And please comment and subscribe if you're new. That's the most important thing. Alright, peace.